Hello everyone, I'm Alfian and today we are going to solve the HackerRank challenge on the data structure section called the tree preorder traversal. And for this particular challenge we have to complete a preorder function in the editor below, which has one parameter. We have a preorder function right here and one parameter called the root, which in the form of data type of node. And if you can see, the class node example right here is constructed with the property of data left and right for the data itself in a form of integer, so hence the node denoted by the number 1 right here, and the node property of left property. And since 1 does not have the left property of the node and it is empty, but it has the right property, which is the another node called the node 2 on the node right property. And also node 2 has the node 5 as the right property, but 5 has both node 3 on the left and right property called 6, and 3 has the node on the right called the 4. And we have the constraint of 1 inclusive the number of nodes in the tree, 1 to 500 inclusive, so it is possible to be at least one node up until 500 nodes in a chain within the left or right. And the output is we're supposed to print the tree preorder traversal as single line of space separated values. So we have to print the data property from the in data right here, and we can print this into our console or debug output. And that way, as in order, which is from 1 from the top, and then 2, 5. You notice that after 5 we are print 3 and 4 first before 6, is because 3 and 4 is placed on the left part of the node 5, so it takes the priority, and 3 and 4 will be printed first, and then after that we are going to print the right property of the 6 later, after all of the left nodes already completed counting or printed by the command of the System.out.print. And we are working with the Java 7 right here. If you want to use something else other than Java 7, then go ahead, I encourage you to do so. And we have the function right here, public static void preorder, and takes only one parameter, and it does not expect anything in return, so it is in a form of void, and we are not going to return anything other than printing the number or the data property into our debug command. The first thing we have to do is printing the nodes itself, which is we are accessing the root right here of the node head, which is 1, and we need to print this by using the System.out and then .println with the print l and then n with the method right here. Inside the println parameter method, we have to insert the root data. We are accessing the data property of the root of the one that we are trying to read right here. And the next one, since we are working with node, we should use a recursion approach. After we are printing this one, if we happen to just print this part, then we only printing the node 1 right here, and we are not going to print 2, 5, 3, 4 and so on and so forth. So how do we do this? One way of using recursion is calling the function itself again, which is the preorder right here. And as you notice, the 3 and 4 takes the precedence over the 6, which is the right property, and hence the 3 and 4 is placed on the left property of 5, left branch. So we have to take the left branch as the priority first by using the preorder, called the preorder function again. As you notice, that recursion is calling the function itself inside the function. We're calling the parent function within the function itself, so that is the name of recursion, that is the term of recursion. And we are using the root right here. Since root is in a form of node, then preorder takes the parameter of root, which is the root itself right here. Then we can use its parameter of root, but then we have to add .left, so we are accessing the left property, and that way this preorder function will access the left property of 3 and then going to the left again to the this part. Since it is empty, then it will return nothing, and to the right position, which is the root.right, and it will call 4. And of course the preorder, calling the preorder root.left, will also calls the null node, which is placed on the left side of the left property of the node 1 right here. The same thing also goes to the node 2 and also node 3 and also node 6, left and right. And you don't have to worry about calling a null because it will be skipped. And the next thing to do, we have to call the preorder again, but on this part we inserting the parameter as the root.right. So let's run the code to see if it works, and we have the runtime error and we have the output of 1 exception in thread main. How about we run this again? How about we add an edge case to check if it is null, checking if the calling, since we are working with the from the top, and to prevent the new node from calling on the left side of the node 1 right here, we need to add an edge case, check if the root is equals to, using the equals, double equals sign, to check if it is null. If it is equals to null, then we need to return nothing. We can just keep that if it is null, or just in case if it is null, then the code below this will not be triggered, and that way we are ignoring the null node from the left side of the 1, 2, and then 3, and then 6. So that way we are saving the processing time. So let's run this code again to see if it works, and we have the wrong answer. Our output is 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, but 1, 2, 5 as arranged right here as in order, and 3, 4, and 6, but the expected output is placing from the left to the right, so it's only one line instead of every lines like this. And we can use something else other than println. We can use a print instead of println. So let's run the code again to see if it works, and we have the right answer, but it seems that it is expected to be space separated, just like on the description right here. It must print the values in the tree's preorder traversal as a single line of space separated values. So for every data that we print, we need to add a space between them. So that is the formatting that we need to consider. Okay, so let's use the, instead of using the print, we can use the print with the f method, and the printf method we can insert double quotes and then using the comma. So the first one, which is the formatting right here, and the root.data will be accessed as the digit or as the integer. Since it is in the form of integer, we can pass this as the percentage and then d as the digit, and we can add a space after that. So that way we are inserting, after we are accessing 1 right here, since 1 is not null, then 1 will be printed like this, and then added by this space, extra space after the digit. Since digit is the root data itself from the first parameter, since root data is in a form of integer, then it should be percentage d or digit. If it is a string, root data in a form of string, then we can use the percentage s. And we are inserting 1, and then for the next one, since it is null, then it will not be processed because it is already handled by the edge case right here. But for the left property, which is 2 right here, and 2 will be accessed and 2 will be printed like this, and then added under extra space. And for the next one, which is 5 with space, and then 3 with space, since left takes the precedence over the right, and then 4 will be printed with the space, 4 space, and then finally 6 space. So that is the formatting of the using the printf method. So let's run the code again to see if it works, and let's submit this. Looks like everything is good. So that's about it. I hope you understand my explanation. If you still don't understand, you can ask me in the comment section, or if you have any better solutions regarding this challenge, tell us what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.